Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope this video can make it a little bit better. Today we're trying out a Tahm Kench build, and I think this actually might be the best Tahm Kench build at the moment. Pretty excited about it. So for the relics, we are going with the Pack Powder and Swain's Raven Army. That way, turn 1, right at the start of the game, this goes off, hits the enemy nexus for damage, triggers our plunder. That way we can play Tahm Kench round 1. Really good to get him on the board because he makes these acquired tastes, so you can then capture enemy units. So this gives you great removal throughout the entire course of the game. And then also when you capture units from your star powers, you create a copy of that card in hand you can then play. Felt really good to be able to do that. We also are running Chosen by the Stars, so Faded and Augment, and then in Power 10, Overwhelm, Regen, and Challenger. Now, I did try a build similar to this during the monthlies, but I had the Berserker's Buckle in here. That was okay, but I think all these keywords are going to make it even better. And we actually have some pretty crazy scaling going off. So this is going to be giving us scaling from the Faded and the Augment. The Packed Powder is going to be giving us scaling by dealing damage to the enemy nexus. And then we have our Star Powers giving us scaling every time we're able to take damage. So our Tahm Kench is going to be getting absolutely massive. And then all these keywords are just so good for us. Faded and Augment, giving us some more power and potentially also some health. Overwhelm and Challenger, really good because since our Tahm Kench is going to be massive, we want to be able to pick the right target and just really chunk the enemy nexus for a ton of damage. And then the Regen to just heal him back up so we can keep scaling. Pretty awesome build right here. Let's go over his star powers just in case you don't know. So when an ally survives damage, grant it 2/2, so some great scaling. And then +1 starting mana when you capture a unit. So this is one of your own units, an enemy unit, and capture it anyway. Just anytime you capture a unit, create a copy of it in hand, it costs 1 less. This is really nice because since we can get Tahm Kench on the board round 1, he can be playing his 2-cost capture card every single round, taking enemy units, and then being able to play them himself if you want. Really, really fun setup here. Now, if you're enjoying all the daily Path of Champions content and all these different builds that we're trying to test out and showcase for you, then a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated, and let's get into it. All right, let's just go have fun and blast Aurelian Soul as we just test this out. Also, the stream will be a little bit shorter today. Stabilize fun, but endurance is so good. Let's grab that. All right, Ezreal with Unyielding. So I have a appointment meeting later, so I have to end a little bit before the 2-hour mark. Well, a bit before the 2-hour mark in order to make it there on time. Wife time? No. I actually need to go meet a family member. I have a sister that I'm going to go grab coffee with. She lives a little ways away, and we're normally pretty busy, so we don't often get to see each other. We only get to see each other a couple times a year, so... Yep, that is where I'm heading out today. So we could just use Acquired Taste. Sure. Should we really care about playing Kench round 1, though?
So long, City of Progress.
It's good for Veigar, but not sure if it's good for Tahm Kench. I mean, Tahm Kench is a massive unit. Getting him on the board round 1 is pretty good. And then with this build, you're getting him more scaling, you're getting consistent removal every single round. I would say that yes, it's pretty good to have. Because also, Tahm Kench is the main person behind all your captures, so that's how we were able to play that other unit, is he captured it, we got a copy of it in hand, and then we could play it against the enemy. Like, Tahm Kench does just generate a good amount of value. And this removal is pretty insane. Removal that gives us scaling. Yeah, I think hitting him on the board round 1 is definitely worth it. Let's actually go for Lounging Lizard. The earlier you get Kench and take damage, the better. Yeah. Starforge gauntlets are impossible to get now, right? Yes. Currently, you cannot get Starforge gauntlets. Unfortunately, that is the way it is at the moment. They plan on making it available. It seems like they're kind of building a new system around it, or that's going to be part of it. But yeah, at the moment, you can't earn them anyway in the game, which is a little sad.
You already let me in. I do enjoy prospecting.
Let's build out our board a little bit.
I thought you'd never ask. Put me in, Tommy boy.
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
Aye, should have stayed home, Pop.
All right, GG. Fantastic. In later levels, if you wait till you're at 4 mana, your enemy already has Mondo, huge units that he can't really eat or block. Yeah. It is an issue with Tahm Kench that the enemy can just outscale you, and eventually there's nothing really you can do. I do like that Bone Scryer. Oh, all of these are actually pretty good, but we'll go for Bone Scryer. So yeah, getting Tahm Kench on the board right away so we can immediately start scaling and just taking out enemy units is very nice. I do like the Darius, actually. Nora is decent. Sure, we'll go for Nora. All right, let's go for the middle so we can try to get a champion item here. We really just need to get more copies of our Kench. So let's go for Gangplank with Unyielding.
I accept your terms.
Just wanted to say we really enjoyed the interview. Awesome. Let's see. We actually want to reroll most things. So we want to make sure we get our Kench. Early mana from Starforge does help, but that's if you have plans to... if you have plans, then making Big Boy big.
Table for one, if you'd oblige.
Interesting.
Nothing like the stink of
Let's see.
I do enjoy prospecting.
We could get rid of the Powder Keg. Would they block with their Jagged Butcher? Possibly. Yeah, we'll try to risk it. Yeah, this was somewhat afraid of. Oh well. Oh my word, they already dropped the Dreadway? It's just that they get lower than 15 health. Oh my word. Let's get rid of this card. Don't want them getting more nab going.
Excuse my impertinence.
And sure. It is really good being able to just add more to our board from that Tahm Kench stealing their units.
Appetizers of plenty.
They'll probably just cast a spell, but I don't want them stacking this up too much. Yep, that's kind of what we figured. But that is okay. The Overwhelm also is going to be very good. Not only helping our scaling, but making sure we can actually trigger the Packed Powder damage. So we get even more scaling. Yeah, we'll Oh, this won't even... Right, it won't kill them. Oh, well. We want to get through their first health bar. And not waste too much damage. Yeah, getting Tahm Kench on the board is normally one of the most important aspects of your kind of build. So being able to consistently do that turn 1, I think is going to be very good for you. Oh boy, more kegs. It also really does open up this fun play style of just constantly turning the enemy units against them.
I'm sure there's something for my taste. I do enjoy prospecting.
Who's that you got there?
Well, that did a whole lot of nothing. GG. Yeah, unless they have some like hard removal to either kill our Tahm Kench or like recall him or something like that, if they just have damage, like an Ezreal or a Gangplank, they're gonna have a real hard time dealing with you. Alright. That's pretty good. More champion draw will definitely help us. Just in case we don't draw our Tahm Kench round 1. That's okay. Let's see. Alright, no other shops here, so I guess we can grab this. That is pretty good. And I think we're fine. Let's go for the item chest. So Zoe with Power Overwhelming. Spell Shield is nice to have, definitely. I normally just try to pick it up during the run, though. Unless I happen to have, like, a common relic open. Then, okay, throwing out Spell Shield's great. But all my champions are maxed out, so none of them just have a open relic slot like that. Because, yeah, if you have rare relics or epic relics, it's kind of not worth replacing any of those for just Spell Shield.
I'm sure there's something for my taste.
This is actually feeling really good.
Come on in.
Being able to have this removal just already. And then we have a 0-cost blocker. The more I play this, actually, the better it feels. Yeah, this is pretty great. Toast, do you think it's worth it to 6-star Swain? Currently I have 30 wild fragments and want to save for his 6. I think his 6-star is incredibly fun and also absolutely destroys content. If you have it, like, if you have the option, yes, I would probably get it. Like, I'm very happy with getting it myself. Let's just put it that way. If you are having to drop a bunch of money and money you don't have, then obviously don't do that. But if you have the ability to, I definitely had fun doing it.
Bargain accepted. Come along.
I've been playing Nidalee for the quest. The bug where you transform the enemy units is still there. It's funny. Yeah. Fuck your Yeti last breath. It's not a Yeti now. That is an interesting way to use it.
I desire different flavor. Let us reconnoiter.
Oh, fantastic. This really does actually open up more of the cloning playstyle for Thresh, or not Thresh, Tahm Kench.
We gormandize.
Because normally you don't have Tahm Kench on the board enough to really make use of it. And by the time he's on the board, the enemy's playing these bigger units, and so even if you capture them, you don't necessarily have the mana to play them. But since you're getting them on the board turn 1, you could then be capturing their 1 and 2 cost units and playing them back for free or just for like 1 mana. This is solid. Yeah. The Crusty Codger is actually fantastic. That's fine. Higher odds of drawing are Tahm Kench. Ember Maiden is interesting. Oh, I don't know if I want to... We're not playing a lot of our other units, especially our like 3 costs and higher. But it is pretty funny, so sure, let's grab it. All right, Caitlyn with Duplicate.
I'm on the case.
Now it's saving time. I don't have the money. Yeah, it's... Don't go in debt to buy something like a lot of people are doing in League of Legends to buy the like $500 Ahri skin. Apparently people are literally taking out loans in order to buy it. I actually still haven't done Aesol versus Swain. I really need to at some point.
Expensively unique.
Yeah, there's a new Ahri skin that is like you can technically get it for like slightly less than 500, but yeah. Did the devs say how long the champion bundles will stay in the shop for?
Advertisers of brilliancy.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know if these ones are limited. I know the Aurelian Soul one was limited. I don't know if these ones are. All right, so we could drop our Ember Maiden, but we like our Acquired Taste. We'll probably use it to get their Caitlyn. Although she's going to be a little bit strong.
Let us reconnoiter.
Hot on the trail.
Yeah, so we can't really grab her at the moment. That being said, her Flash Bombs are actually going to give us really good scaling. I think let's drop our Ember Maiden then,
Destruction fiend.
because it'll just further scale up our entire board while weakening them.
Sure, there's something for my taste.
Suspicious activity detected.
Oof, Justice Rider's terrible.
Stay on 'em. Backup's on the way.
Oh, we could go for Citrus Courier. But yeah, let's capture one of these. We'll still have enough to block their Caitlyn. I mean, also, though, the Flash Bomb traps aren't that big of a deal for us. But if we go after Caitlyn... Yeah, with our Sunblessed Vigor, we could actually capture or kill the other Caitlyn as well. Actually, no, we would have just under. So yeah, we'll capture and get one of these.
Excuse my impertinence.
If you're gonna use Aesol versus Swain, try HKM5. Try with Corrupted Star Gem. Never really used Corrupted Star Gem on Aesol. Don't really know why you would necessarily. I'll drop Nora because we need to make space.
To have misplaced my
Are they just going to kill it right away? That's fine. We just had to open up our hand because we weren't going to have room. To eat the lifesteal. Alright, so I think let's attack. If they survive, we can then rally and attack again.
Manners? Now he's ready. That is fair.
We actually have a couple different rallies.
While we shot
But Citrus Curry will be good.
Tragic is okay.
Yeah, I do like the Chosen by the Stars.
River always provides.
The regen plus Overwhelm plus Challenger, all of that is so good. Like, Berserker's Buckle is nice, but that extra scaling isn't as important as getting all of these really good keywords. So yeah, Chosen by the Stars is definitely the way to go if you can do it. Well, he did target Eastern countries with that skin. For example, China bought more than 400k worth of it in just 1 hour. Yeah, that's the thing. Most of the people over here in the West were against the skin, but it's like that didn't really matter because you weren't the target audience anyway. I think I'd actually go for the extra stats. Stabilize, so another Tahm Kench, but Tahm Kench isn't as important when we first play him. He's more important, like, he scales up and gets bigger and bigger. Hold them off is pretty good. Fury is also solid. I think we'll go for hold them off. That'll be nice defensive power. All right, champion item, so Poppy with perfected mana flow.
Huh? You want me? Well, okay.
Yeah, generally over in the East, it's not as big of a deal to spend money on games. It's more of a status symbol. So the skins like that were definitely meant for people over there. And yeah, apparently made them bank, which I'm not really surprised about.
More than one way to pick a pine cone. I'll show you.
Man, one cost Portapalooza. Not bad, but
You oblige.
need to get our Tahm Kench.
New move. You didn't listen to
Also, it really disincentivizes them from attacking because they know they're not going to kill Kench and they're just going to make him stronger. Let's go ahead, grab this one. We can then play it for free.
excuse me.
We can play it for free and use its little spell to trigger our Fated.
Remember what I told you?
Swing low, send 'em sky high. I'll make you proud.
Let's actually go for Tiny Shield. Perfect.
River always
And so, just like that, their Poppy is also gone. And even though we're getting relatively low on health, we're just going to heal all the way back up. Yeah, unless you're going against a target that has just a very hard removal, like a just kill spell or a recall or something, there's not much they're going to be able to do. Granted, Poppy does have some of those in her deck, so that'll be a little bit worrying. Yeah, let's get rid of this one.
You had your chance to walk away.
As a member of people over there, I hate that we're like that.
Baddies beware,
Yeah,
monsters
it's-
gun.
It's not the best. Also, Asian players love Faker and will do anything to support him. Yeah, it is kind of funny, though, how Faker generally is someone that doesn't use his skins. So it's kind of funny that they're making a whole skin line for him.
Cup of tea? Fine by me. I'm ready.
That does seem a little bit silly.
New move. You didn't listen to my first 30.
Let's cook 'em. This isn't the way.
Yeah, we don't really care about our units. We're fine with sacrificing them. Not only a skin line, the most expensive skin ever in the game. Yeah.
Sure, there's something for my tastes. Easy there.
GG.
How dare they?
Now we gormandize.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. People try to get upset at, like, Path of Champions sometimes about different monetization, and it's like, Yeah, they're monetizing things, but things could end up being a lot worse. I'm glad we're not having $500 skin bundles. Let's see. I think I'll actually go for Spirit. More stats is, yeah, great. I want him to be as big as possible. Sejuani with power overwhelming.
Trust nothing but your strength.
I think from... I could be off because I'm not super familiar with every single one of Riot's properties, but I would think that Legend of Runeterra is kind of the most free-to-play friendly. I suppose with League of Legends, technically, there's nothing you can buy that's like power, so there is that, but there is just a lot more predatory purchases. But yeah, that's probably one that would just be mostly down to personal opinion and your own, yeah, just taste on what you think is worse. Because yeah, in Path of Champions, you can buy stuff that increases the power of your account, but there's nothing that costs like $500. We'll drop this one and then go for a acquired taste. Ah, that's sad. Spend 500 is common sense in TFT. Just glad we aren't like that.
Excuse my impertinence.
Yeah, LOR is the most free-to-play friendly Riot game by far. In terms of monetization, it is totally the most free-to-play. Nice. Yeah, it's... in LOL, you can spend money to get all the champions, just because there's a lot of them. TFT is actually free-to-play. Most, yeah, yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a need.
Alright, we need to start freeing up some space in our hand. It is funny, though, that they really just can't attack. Because if they attack, they know they're not going to kill us, and they're just going to help us.
Nothing escapes my watch. I'm sure there's something for my tastes.
Alright, so we should just be able to attack like this, and... GG. Nice. Yeah, so far I am very much liking this Tahm Kench build. I think this is probably going to be my like go-to favorite build for him. Because normally with Tahm Kench, you're wanting to play and focus on your Tahm Kench. So being able to play with him round one is very nice. Phalanx isn't bad. Yeah, that's okay. More champion items. Yep, looks good. So Jinx with level up.
I like you.
Looks like Swain Drain plus Plunder is just the meta for everything now. It's for a lot of stuff, yes. While it is good, I don't think it is like... I think it's more of an option for you. I think it's more of a choice. I don't think, for me, yes, I'm using it on a lot of people because I think it's very fun. But I don't think it's like Starforged Gauntlets where it's, especially when Starforged Gauntlets came out, where it was like the best option, just flat out. For some of these champions, like for Janna and for Tahm Kench, I think for them it's probably going to be their best build. But I think for a lot of other champions that I've played it on, such as like Garen or Darius, it's a fun thing for you to do. It's really going to come down to personal preference on how important it is getting your champion out early. but it's not necessarily like your best build. Wait, if I play this and I get the capture off, it's still going to give us that card, right? Because it's just when you capture an enemy. Yeah. So even this would actually give us that unit to play if we wanted. I think we won't bother.
I long for the day when this is over.
Aw, why does it have to have spell shield? That sucks. Yeah, let's just capture Rise. Yep, and we get a copy of him.
Will tell.
I'm innocent.
A lot of tempo gain for a lot of slow decks. Yeah, it's definitely very good on some people, but I feel like most of the roster,
I'm sure there's
it's something you can go for if you want, but for a lot of them, like Darius and Garen right now, you're sacrificing a lot in order to make it somewhat work. So yeah, I really don't think it is necessarily something you have to do on most champions.
plenty of room inside.
It's like when Gauntlet came out, the champ it buff got more attention, while the champ it didn't. No one talked about, making a false sense of power. Yeah, I would mostly agree with that.
Appetizers of plenty.
Let's see. So we could go for our Chrono Break.
Ancestors speak.
Oh, I want to get more damage down. We'll attack like this, and then we'll maybe play around.
Excuse my impertinence.
All right, get our rally.
Are revealed.
And GG. Yeah, the amount of scaling you have with Tahm Kench, the fact you're scaling off of 3 different things, like both or 2 of your relics are giving you scaling, and then you also just have your star powers giving you scaling. He gets pretty massive so fast. Let's go for Lizard. Reckoner's Mark. There shouldn't really be much round 1 that can stand up to our Tahm Kench, especially because he's already has extra stats from... Yeah, he's starting at 2-6. He's getting 1-1 from the Packed Powder, round 1. He's getting 1-1 from Spirit, 2-2 from Reckoner's Mark. Yeah, this can potentially backfire if we don't draw our Tahm Kench round 1 and we don't play him round 1, we play him later. But I still want to go with it. If you wanted to go safe, you definitely could have just grabbed like the spell shield. Definitely. Lulu with Power Overwhelming.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I really do like the Swain relic though, because it's actually a relic you can use on a lot of different people. So many of the other ones, like the Yasuo one, you can use it on Yasuo, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, relying on our other units really isn't going to help us at all. I'm hoping, since they have already revealed Pike, I would think that he's the one that's going to get the bundle, and hopefully he's the one that's going to be getting a epic relic. That's the biggest thing this patch. Oh, we're not going to be able to get our strike off, but I don't want to pass and then not play anything, so we miss out on playing him round 1. At least we're getting the extra 2-2 as far as stats.
For
Yeah, I don't really like the concept of specific relics.
Where there's a
Yeah, I
there's a
Wow, I made a familiar. Oh, whoa, behave.
relics.
The hungry little munchkin.
I like the theory, and I really think the Swain relic is just the perfect example of this, of a relic that is made for one champion, works best on that champion, even has that like extra little bit of specific power that only helps that champion, but it still has an interesting effect that can work on other people as well. So I
I'm sure
really like the approach they made for that one, but yeah, most other relics are a little sad.
I seem to have misplaced my self.
The good thing is we just don't actually care about barrier.
come on in.
Although I guess we could have grabbed the nimble Poro, that way we could have played another unit this round. That is kind of the one issue. You have to be playing the enemy units, because since you're capturing them, they're just going to fill up your hand.
Step lively. Where I wonder.
Would you say to be extremely broken if the mana refill was not Swain specific?
This establishment's fair.
Yeah, I think the mana refill, if that was not just for Swain and that was for everyone, I think that would make the relic too broken, and then it'd be like, okay, you have to use this relic on everyone. Whereas right now, I think it is in a good place where it's fun. You have good reasons for wanting to choose it, but it's not like you have to go with it. But if it also had that mana refill part, then it would suddenly be just too strong for everyone, I think. Let's just rally here. We can rally and end the game.
Off we go. Oh, he likes you. Corridors everywhere.
Do you think when Tahm gets Constellations, his support champ will get Armadillo Shell or Berserker Buckle?
Achievement.
I think Berserker's Buckle is a decent chance, since other champions have given relics as well, like Stalker's Blade for Lilia. I think Berserker's Buckle could be pretty interesting for support champions. Let's go for the Spell Shield. That'll be nice. Another endurance. Fantastic. I know I had one Galio run. This was way back in the day, where I had like, I think 4 or 5 endurance. It was probably 4. I think I had 4. Maybe it went down to 3. I don't know. But it was just like, I got this one power so many times. Just like every time I got a power, it was endurance. It was the funniest thing, because I would drop a unit and then it would just like scale up at least by 3/3. It was so much fun. Anyways, Fizz with unstable inventory.
Let's go paddling.
Tahm 6-star, gain the stats from the enemy he eats. Yeah, that could definitely... You could just have it, so when you capture a unit, you gain their stats. That way, if you're using his champion spell, which lets you target your own units, essentially, and capture them, you get it like twice the benefit, because it's already giving you the stats. And then when you capture enemy units, you're also able to get those stats. I think that could be a fun little playstyle gimmick for him.
I am unabashed.
Yep.
Oh, we're already 10-10. Fantastic. Make the other capture spell able to target enemies, maybe.
Rules this establishment's fair.
I mean, you could do that, but I feel like that wouldn't be as good. I think let's drop Ember Maiden, because she'll be really good at killing enemy units and scaling up all of ours.
Take you.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
All right, let's
Always
Attack like this. Alright, not bad. Having all our capture cards be burst would be fun. All of them. I mean, there is a little bit of a danger of screwing up Tahm Kench's capture spell then and accidentally capturing the wrong unit. But making the Acquired Taste burst would definitely be hilarious. Alright, they might be able to stop this. Yeah. Fizz isn't the best at being able to stop spells, but yeah, with that extra mana, I figured there's a decent possibility. Let's see. This is fine. Yeah, I keep wanting to buy another 6-star and just be like, oh, I need to do it for the content, but I'm just trying to wait until next patch. Yeah, go like this. I think Kai'Sa is actually one of the ones I'm the most interested in. I think the Kai'Sa 6-star is going to be great. Pike 6-star is going to be lit? Yeah. Most likely.
What a commendable achievement.
It is pretty crazy, though, how every patch we're getting, like, the 2 to 3 constellations. That is really good, very exciting. But then also we're getting good content every time. Both of these are good. Ice Shard is expensive, but it buffs up all of our units. Yeah, we'll go for it. But we're not only getting the 2 to 3 constellations, which is really good, but we're also getting some new large piece of content. So like we had constellations like 2 months ago. Last month we got the entire Swain adventure, which was really big. This month we're getting the introduction of all of the new weeklies. And so every single month we've gotten not only the new champions, not only the new bundles with relics and everything, but a new large piece of like permanent standalone content, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, every single one of these patches has been really, really good. Quick Quill is actually pretty solid. Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, this isn't bad, but we are pretty mana starved. Regen's good. Let's just try to get some of these items on our units. We could actually just like shoot some of our units and actually scale them up. Not terrible. I think we're fine though. I think we're fine. Yeah, let's go for Darius.
Every army needs a general.
How are you? I'm doing all right. Having fun playing Tahm Kench. Yeah, I know I had no money left. Alright, so we'll drop this first because we can play it for free. Oh, we're going to be able to play a lot this round. Wow. So we'll hold off on playing Tahm Kench, because we can just keep playing these. And then there we go. Perfect. Well, that's pretty good. You're toasting? Oh.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Sure. Let's just capture that.
Allow me a small service.
This will actually really help a lot. I might take this build into like Lysandra or Swain. Before Tahm Kench, normally he was just too slow and he really struggled in those higher level matches. But with this build, getting your Tahm Kench on the board immediately so he can already start pumping out value. Yeah, I think this could be pretty good. It's still would struggle with Swain because they just are overwhelming you with too many units, but for Lysandra, I think this will be solid. Anyone learn the hard way that eating Katarina with Tahm is not a good idea? Yeah, I've learned that a couple times.
Waddling away.
GG.
What a come.
Saying capture instead of eating is sacrilegious for Tahm Kench. Eating ephemeral isn't necessarily good either. Eating ephemeral has its place. No, you won't capture it. So if you are just trying to capture, then yeah, it's not the best. But if you're trying to just get rid of their unit, then it can still be fine. It's not like for Katarina, it's almost always a bad idea. For ephemeral, it's still usually a bad idea, but there's sometimes it's worth doing. Swain with level up.
Show them their place.
Let's... This is actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll actually get rid of the Ice Shard. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, Tahm Kench definitely has some interesting interactions.
All that glitters is mine.
Ooh, that'll be tough. I mean, or we could just try to go at it with some other units, but I think he's at 10. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Nothing personal. Danger pays.
Do we want to stop it? Yeah, I don't really want to take that damage. Alright, well, this will be fun and exciting. At least we're getting rid of their person. Yeah, them dropping a Sivir round 1 is a little unlucky. Let's drop this here. Alrighty. It is pretty awesome we can just play this every round.
I have my orders.
Let's go for Ember Maiden.
Fire knows its own. They all scream.
I mean, attacking doesn't really matter.
Empire above all. Loyalty to conquest.
I really don't want him attacking, so we'll go ahead and drop this here. And he's gone. We'll drop this here. And we'll draw out another champion. Alright, solid. Do you have any idea what the Pike Epic Relic will be? No idea. No idea. Would you prefer Overwhelm or Endurance as a 4th star power? I would prefer Overwhelm. Like, I like endurance, but it's just the same thing you've already been doing.
Snow swallows their tears.
Honestly, neither one of those sound that great, to be honest.
This my ship, built over Shattuck, is okay.
They'll never feel the cold.
You dare
Like,
Noxus.
I don't know. I prefer the scaling through endurance. I feel like Overwhelm would probably be better, but even with endurance, it's just further adding on to your star powers. It's like that can be okay. I would kind of hope they'd do something a little bit more interesting, but I'm not really sure offhand what that would really be. Hanziu? I always just see your name, I just want to say Honey. So yeah, let's go for Relic Soul. For some reason, the Twitch VOD, since it's like Twitch is always a little bit behind, when I ended the stream, even though I like had a normal ending and ended it after that, the stream seemed to end abruptly for other people, but I uploaded the whole thing to YouTube, and so yeah, it's all there. Grit would be a cool fourth. Grit could be interesting, yeah. Yeah, if you want to watch it, YouTube will be the place to go. All right, so he is duplicate. There's nothing he should be able to play that should be able to kill Tahm Kench. We need to play Tahm Kench this round because when he summons in other champions, that could be an issue, but I think we can risk it for now. I don't mind butchering name. Apparently not that many people can pronounce it first time. Yeah. Yeah, I should have actually played my Fortune Croaker. Nice.
Keep your distance.
Maybe additional heal allies at round end or something like that. Yeah, if there was one that was just like... Actually, what would be very fun... Oh, goodness. Apologies. What would be fun if they took the power... This is kind of a Vlad power, but the one that's normally in the monthlies, Red as Her Lips, which is like deal 1 damage to all units and then grant your units 1 health. That would be a fun power for Tahm Kench just to have baseline. You still could potentially end up killing your own units, but I think it would be fun.
Concentrated forgiveness.
I love that they're killing the unit that's just going to keep coming back. Stupid spell shield. Alright, let's drop some of these.
So what's in store for me?
Ooh, that is actually perfect. That's not perfect. Well, that's unfortunate. Guess let's attack. We could potentially play Citrus Curry if we wanted. But we might want to save that for a different round. But yeah, that stun is a little rough. Actually, so let's play the Citrus Courier, and then potentially we'll use our Bayou Brunch other rounds in order to be able to capture it and play it again. That won't be too bad.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare. This is their end.
Yeah, Spell Shield is a pretty bad counter to us,
Start with Targon.
because we just don't have enough ways to target enemy units.
Excuse my impertinence.
Alrighty then. This is looking grim. It'll be fine. Probably. Alright, let's go ahead, use this here to level up our Tahm Kench, and then get another copy of our Citrus Courier so that we can play that when we need it. Also, we're going to spin him back out immediately.
In my magnificence.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to kill Tahm Kench is going to be Obliterates, which they do have, which is also why we wanted to level him so that they couldn't free some of their units.
At my creations.
So yeah, we need to attack, because if we take too long, they will punish us. We need to keep Tahm Kench away from over here, because this is where the silence happens. And yeah, let's get rid of Nasus. Alright, so we'll be able to drop our Citrus Courier. Yep, there's their silence. This is why we stay over here, or away from here. But GG. Rally wasn't needed. Nice.
A commendable achievement.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be my go-to Tahm Kench build for most situations. And I think once he gets his Constellation, it'll be pretty good. What is that silence tech? So Aurelion Soul, if you're attacking, he always silences the two people that are on the furthest right. So as long as you're not over there, you're fine. So you always want to keep your champion in not one of those two spots, or whoever your most important card is, which is normally your champion. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. I think this build is absolutely fantastic. I really think this is probably the best Tahm Kench build at the moment. I can't wait to see when Tahm Kench gets his Constellation and how crazy this might work there. Really fun build, though. Gives you great scaling. Great to get Tahm Kench on your board immediately, and he just gives you so much value. Very fun. If you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.